Welcome. So pleased to see you here on our 60-minute vinyasa flow live on Zoom. And go ahead and get settled in. So find your comfortable seated position. And if seated position doesn't work for you, child's pose or corpse pose as you would in Shavasana, totally fine. Whatever's going to help you feel the most the most grounded. So settle in. And as you settle in, just take some deep breaths. So really feel like the exhales can help you ground down. Feel like the inhales can help you rise from your tailbone all the way through the crown of your head. So exhales, ground down. Inhales, rise up. So several rounds, we just begin to feel that sense of rooting down, rising up. And know that that sense of rooting down and rising up, which we can do right here in seated, can really help the rest of your practice as we ground down and rise up. Whether it's in a lunge pose, a balance pose, whatever, we feel that ability to be stable and strong and steady. So several more rounds of breath, where you feel that grounding down through the sitting bones and that rising up from tailbone through the spine all the way out to the crown of the head. And then as you continue to sit and breathe and become more present in this moment, begin to feel the breath as allowing you on the exhales to release. And on the inhales to fill up with that sense of everything that's good and positive. So the exhales help you let go. The inhales help you fill up with perhaps the word yes, perhaps the words I got this. Anything that is supporting or supportive for you right now. Several more rounds. And as you sit and breathe, really just feel the sensation of breath as you continue to allow the breath to help you exhale and release, and inhale and receive. And go ahead and bring hands to heart space. And consider your intention. Could be anything that helps support you on the mat today. I'm going to suggest that your intention might be along the lines of letting go that which does not serve you. So we'll have a good twisting practice ahead of us. And so as you twist, as you wring things out, you might have that sense of kind of wringing it out such that you can release all that you don't need, all that doesn't serve you. So that as an intention might turn into, what can I let go of? Or I will let go of that which does not serve me. So with hands at heart space, breathe that intention or the intention that serves you best on the mat right now. And breathe it through several times. Feel it in your body. And we'll share that breath out to the universe. So with your next exhale, empty out. With your inhale, Fill all the way up, low to high. Hold it at the top, really feel your intention. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. Allow hands to come back down. Slowly blink your eyes open. And then as you are ready, go ahead and make your way to your comfortable, or I should say to your tabletop position. Knees under hips, wrist creases under shoulders. And once you're there, just make your way into your cow on the inhale. Cat on the exhale, nice and slowly. So that with the inhale, you can feel the shoulder blades lift the heart space as the pelvis tilts forward, belly button reaches to the earth. As you exhale, round, reach through the arms, spread through the shoulder blades, tuck the chin. Several rounds so that you can begin to feel your heart space open on the inhales in cow, and you can begin to feel the back body release as you spread through the shoulder blades in cat. And then when you're ready, start to take some nice 3D motion, barrel rolls, getting into the hips, the outer glutes. You might even find that there's tight spots in the SI joint area that you can get into. So several rounds of side to side. Letting the exhale take you back. Inhale takes you forward. And then get one more side to side in. And then meet up in tabletop. And then once you're in tabletop, let's set up that good hand position for today's class. So wrist creases underneath the tops of the shoulders. Fingers spread super wide. Knuckles pressed down. And then once you have each of the knuckles and the base of the palms pressing into the mat, exhale your way back, find down dog. Once you get back to down dog, pedal it out. Big breaths. You might find some nice side to side movement to continue to get into the outer hips, hip point area, low waist, side of the glutes. Several rounds, you can find what you need. And then as you're ready, find stillness. You can reach those arms long and see if you can get more weight back. So you're going to reach the arms so long you're going to feel like you're going to press the top of the mat away and get the hips up and back, and then feel the weight come down into the balls of your feet. You can have your knees nice and bent. One more round of breath. With your next exhale, drop it down, tabletop. From your tabletop, inhale, revolve right around the spine as you reach up. Take a wrist circle or two. And with your exhale, thread the needle. Move the left hand to the outside of the mat, reach the right arm through, drop the right shoulder down, set it up. Where does that shoulder want to go? Breathe into the tight spots, and then see if you can stack that left shoulder a bit more over the right. And really for today's practice, as you're in thread the needle, see if you can feel that sense of revolving around the spine a touch more. Big inhale, big exhale to release. With your next round of breath, unthread it. Left hand back to the mat, sweep the right arm up, puff through the right side body. Stay here, feel like you can revolve just a touch more around the spine. And then exhale it down. Inhale, sweeps left arm up, reach it up, revolve around the spine. Take your wrist circles, couple in each direction. When you're ready, right hand to the outside of the mat, thread left arm through, drop the shoulder down, decide where it wants to go so you get the stretch you need, and then revolve around the spine. Right shoulder stacks a touch more over the left. Couple rounds of breath here. Really focus on that sense of revolving around the spine. One more round of breath, and then with your next inhale, unthread it. Right arm back to the right hand, back to the mat. Reach up, big inhale, puff through the left side body, revolve a touch more if you can around the spine. Exhale, bring it down, tabletop. Big inhale, tabletop, big exhale. Takes you back. Down dog, reach the arms. Round of breath here, maybe a little pedaling out. Then with your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, big step. Top of mat, coming into that temporary forward fold, and then inhaling your way. Halfway lift. Feel so much length in the spine. Crown of the head reaches forward, tailbone back, squeeze the shoulder blades together gently. And with your exhale, drop it down, come to the balls of your feet, plant the hands, tuck the chin, spread through the shoulder blades as you crouch and curl. Press the hands down and away. Become a tinier little ball still. And then with your next inhale, ragdoll it up. Knees stay soft. Arms are heavy. Stack one vertebra on top of the next. And then once the shoulders are stacked, the legs go long. Sweep the arms up. Reach it tall. A little bit of a back bend. Interlace the hands. Parallel the arms. Tuck the chin, spread through the shoulder blades, release the tight spot right in the upper spine. One more breath, belly button comes farther towards spine. Inhale, goal post your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let the shoulder blades lift the heart space. Look up, inhale, wide arms, little back bend. Receive what you need, I'll fill up with all that's good. And then with your exhale, palms together, elbows squeeze to the midline, hinging right at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, find plank. One big breath in plank, belly button towards spine. Exhale, drop the knees. Once you drop the knees, externally rotate those inner elbows, and then dive it down, chin hits next. So when the chin hits next, butt's in the air, inchworm asana. Then scooch the legs back. Then zip up those legs, tops of the feet press down. Inhale, baby cobra. One breath here to float the hands if you'd like. Exhale, drop those hands back, come over the toes. Send it back, down dog. Reach the arms long, hips come up and back. One breath. Big inhale, big exhale. Next exhale, bend knees, look forward, big step, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, release here. Several rounds of breath so you can get the hamstring stretch that you need. So if your hamstrings are tight, knees stay bent, go and grab your block stand-in like a book or something, and then come on back. So if you need to bring the floor a little higher up to you, please do. And then pedal out. If you want a little bit of a side of the legs stretch, bend the knees a little bit more so you don't torque them. You can walk the hands over. Even if they don't touch the earth, you can grab the side of the foot, side of the shin, if that's better for you, and then walk it back. The side that you're walking to, you're going to bend that knee even more. Another round of breath. With your next inhale, come on back to center. Engage that low core, belly in and up towards the spine. And then with your inhale, reverse swan dive it up. Unless that low back is cranky. If the low back is cranky, hands to hips, then come up. Then release the arms, sweep them up, reach tall, little back bend. Exhale, palms together, elbows squeeze to the midline, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, plank pose. This time 3 breaths in plank. Before we move on, you get to decide. Are you going to do 8-point pose like we did last time to inchworm asana, to baby cobra, or chaturanga to up dog? I'll guide to chaturanga and then up dog, 2 separate poses. So externally rotate those inner elbows, come to the tips of the toes. Exhale, elbows in close, shoulders and elbows same height. Stop there, flip to the tops of your feet. Press the arms long. Press the shoulder blades in the heart space. Lift the heart. Exhale back. Down dog. Reach the arms long. Big round of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Next exhale, bend knees, look forward. Big step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong core brings you up. Reach up, little back bend, grow taller. When your exhale comes, this time swan dive it down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, find plank. 3 breaths in plank, and then you get to decide. You're gonna go 8-point pose from there, or chaturanga. With your next exhale, come on down, your way. Exhale takes you down. Inhale shines you through. Exhale sends you back. Breathe here. Finding down dog. I'll start to cue some leg lifts as we continue our flow. Of course, leg lifts are optional. If you don't wish to take them, just go straight through the lunge. With your next inhale, sweep the right leg way high, square the hips, and then with your exhale, drop the right toes back to the earth, keeping the legs straight and long. Inhale back up, that's 2. Do 1 more. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, send it through. Lunge pose. Enjoy your lunge. Feel like the shin, right shin wants to move forward, left heel wants to move back. Drop the tailbone a little bit, have that sense of hips moving forward in space, but the knee is not going past the ankle. 1 more round of breath. With your exhale, drop that left knee down. Inhale, take the twist, revolve around the spine. Reach it tall. 2 breaths here, see if there's more room to revolve around, and then let that right knee float open. So you're gonna go on the knife edge of that right foot, and then revolve around the spine a touch more. When you kind of open up that knee, you might start to feel a stretch right in the hip point area. So take another round of breath here. With your exhale, flatten the foot. Send that right hand down outside the pinky, and then bring it back. Half Hanumanasana. 1 breath in half Hanumanasana. And then inhale it forward, bring the hands forward, find your left hip flexor stretch. Breathe into it. We'll take that 2 more times. Exhale, send back, half Hanumanasana. 1 breath. Inhale, bring it forward, frame the foot, send the hips forward. Find that left hip flexor stretch for 1 breath. Exhale it back. Come on over that right leg. We'll go 1 more time through. Inhale it forward. Bring the hips forward. Find that hip flexor stretch. Exhale, send it back. This time we'll stay for a couple breaths in half Hanumanasana. So set it up. Left hip point over the left knee, lined over the left knee. Flex the right foot. Spread the toes. Feel the hip creases like they want to send you back in space. 2 more breaths. With your next inhale, come on back, flatten the foot, frame the foot with your hands, send it back. Plank pose. Inhale, plank. Yogi's choice. Exhale, brings you down. Inhale, shines you through. Exhale, sends you back. Down dog, 1 breath. With your next inhale, sweep the left leg way up. Square those hips. Exhale, drop it down. Toes touch earth. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. That's 2. Exhale, drop it down. Last 1. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, sweep it through. Find lunge. Couple breaths in lunge. Drop the tailbone. Feel that left shin want to go forward in space. Right heel like it wants to go back. Enjoy the expansiveness of this pose. And then exhale, drop the right knee. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Revolve right around the spine. See how far you can go, still keeping the knee in alignment over the heel. 2 breaths here. Keep the hip from jutting out. Keep it aligned with the knee. And then next round of breath, open that knee up. Come to the knife edge of the left foot. And just feel if you can revolve around the spine a touch more. Couple breaths here. The more you feel that sense of left knee opening up, the more you might find that stretch in the left hip point. 1 more breath. With your next exhale, flatten the left foot, frame the foot, send it back. Half Hanumanasana. Find the stretch. This will kind of be your set point, so as we move through, you know where to go. And then with your inhale, bring it forward, hands come forward, find the right hip flexor stretch. 2 breaths here, just to find that stretch, and then we're going to take it through a total of 3 more times from here. So with your exhale, send it back. Inhale, bring it forward. That's 1. Exhale, send it back. Hip creases take you back, flex the foot. Inhale, bring it forward. Find that right hip flexor stretch. That's 2. And this last one, we're going to hang out a little bit in our half vinyasa. So exhale it back. Find that hip point over the knee. Right hip point over in alignment with the right knee. Flex the left foot. Feel the hip creases taking you back. Root that left heel down. Spread through the toes. Couple breaths. Long spine. 1 more breath. Inhale it forward, flatten the foot, reframe the hands around the foot, send back, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send back. Down dog. Breathe. Big round of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. With your next inhale, sweep that right leg way, way up. Take your hip opener here, bringing the leg, the heel towards the tailbone. Stack the right hip over the left. Point the knee to the sky. See if you can square off a little bit. Right shoulder comes back in space. Take a couple hip circles each direction. After you get a couple each direction, send the leg high. Square the hips, send through. Find lunge, set up lunge, 1 breath. Inhale, revolve, take a twist. Revolve right around the spine. Keep that right hip point from jutting out in space. Keep the hip in alignment with the knee. 1 more breath here. Big inhale. With your exhale, reframe the foot. Root down in lunge pose through the right foot. Send that left heel back in space. With your inhale, rise up. Crescent pose. From your crescent, feel the left heel pop straight up to the sky. With your next exhale, drop the left knee down. Once the left knee is at the point where you feel the quad stretch, hover. 2 breaths. With your next inhale, come way back up. Tall through both legs, almost straight and locked out. If you want a balance challenge, look up. Exhale, bring it down, crescent pose. With your next inhale, revolve around the spine. Right arm back, left arm forward. See if you can take that right arm and like it's gonna pull your torso back in space. Challenge, send gaze back to the back thumb. 1 more breath. With your inhale, sweep it up, reach tall, look up, exhale, send down, plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Inhale, shine through. Exhale, send back, down dog. Big breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. With your next inhale, sweep that left leg way high. Hip opener, second side. Heel to tailbone, knee to sky. Stack the hips. Left shoulder back a bit in space. Square it off. Hip circles, couple in each direction. After you get the second direction, send the leg long, square the hips, send through, lunge pose. Really enjoy the length in your lunge pose. Round of breath. Next inhale, sweep the left arm up, revolve right around the spine. Look up if that's comfortable. See if you have more room to revolve. 1 more breath. Big inhale. Exhale sends the arm down. Next exhale roots both legs down and hugs them into the middle of the mat. With your inhale, rise, crescent pose. Set up your crescent, feel that right hip, right heel point to the sky. Exhale, drop the right knee down only as far as you need to find the right quad stretch. Hover, 2 breaths. Next inhale, both legs grow tall, almost straightened, not locked. Inhale, look up if you want that challenge. Exhale, drop it down, crescent pose. Even root the legs down further here and feel the hip creases hip points like they want to hug to the midline, and then take your twist. Left arm sweeps back, right arm is forward. Feel the left arm bring the torso a little taller in space. If you want that challenge, take the gaze back to the left thumb. 1 or 2 breaths here. Next inhale, sweeps up, crescent pose, look up. Exhale, come on down, right the foot. Come into plank, yogi's choice if you're fatigued. Right back to down dog, otherwise vinyasa through. The breath, lead the way. Exhale, takes you back. Big inhale, big exhale. One more round of breath, we'll take it together, so empty it out. Fill all the way up, flow to high. Hold it, drink a bit more in, then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. With your next exhale, bend knees, look forward, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Engage low core with your next inhale, sweep it up. Reach tall, look up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, hands to Samasthiti. Take a moment in Samasthiti to remind yourself of your intention. And as we move further into our twisting practice, begin to feel what you can twist and wring right out of your body. Blink eyes open, come on back, Tadasana. With your next inhale, sweep it up, reach tall. With your exhale, sweep the arms down, touch the earth, toe heel together so inner big toes are brushing, ankle bones almost touching. And then with your inhale, sweep up the arms, bring the knees back, root down, ground through the heels. Engage the glutes so they're helping as well. 2 breaths in fierce pose. See if the heart space can lift a touch more further away from the knees. Drop the tailbone. Inhale, exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step back, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, your way down. Shine through on the inhale. Send back. On the exhale. Big round of breath. Next inhale, sweep that right leg way up. With your exhale, knee to chin, hug it in. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, sweep it through. Lunge pose. Root down, rise up, crescent. From your crescent, we're gonna hover twist using our core. So with your left elbow leading the way, right arm sends back, hover elbow over quad. Inhale, back up, crescent. Exhale, send it through again. This time see if the left elbow can come a touch closer to the quad, maybe to the outside. Inhale, sweep it up, reach tall. Exhale, last time through. This time see if you can get that elbow to the outside of the quad, hover. Inhale, sweep it up, reach tall, look up. Exhale, send it down, plank. Inhale, plank, your way down or right back to down dog. Shine through on the inhale, exhale back. 1 breath. Big inhale, big exhale. Next inhale, sweeps left leg way high. Exhale to sweep, to send that knee to your chin. Hover, inhale, send it up. Exhale, sweep through. Root down, inhale, rise, crescent. Set up, 3 times through, second side. Sweep the left arm back, right elbow leads the way. Hover it over the quad. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sweep through, left arm straight back, right elbow to the outside of the quad this time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, last time. Left arm sends back, right elbow, see if you can touch it outside the quad, hover. Inhale, sweep up, reach tall, look up. Exhale, bring it down, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, send it back, or vinyasa through. Shine through on the inhale if you're vinyasa-ing. Send back. On the exhale, down dog. 3 big breaths. Breathe here.
Big inhales. Big exhales. With your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Big step or hop, top of mat. Inhaling, halfway left. Exhale, release, forward fold, hang out. Stretch the hamstrings as you kind of catch your breath. Belly button up to spine, root the legs down, rise through the tailbone. If your feet are not already together, toe heel them together, inner big toes brush, ankle bones slightly apart. Brush the earth with your fingertips, send the knees back. This time, hands right to heart space. Drop the tailbone, revolve around the spine. Left tricep, outside the right quad. Hands together, stack shoulders, elbow stack. Slightly press, right hand down into left. More weight in the heels. Feel if you can revolve around the spine. 2 more breaths, so you have time to float the arms up and fly them if you like. If that flying arms are apart, send them back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Handful of breaths in forward fold. Forward fold is your release. Let the breath smooth. And find stillness in your forward fold. If you need to re-toe heel together, please do. Then exhale, sit it down. Brush fingertips with earth. Leave the thighs right where they are here. Hands right up, heart space. Exhale, revolve around, tricep to the outside. Stack shoulders, stack hands. Drop the tailbone, weight in the heels. Feel if you can revolve around the spine a touch more. Maybe float the arms apart to fly them. 2 breaths. If the arms are apart, bring them back. And exhale, release. Nice job. Forward fold. Couple breaths here. Relax. With your next round of breath, strong core, reverse swan dive it up, reaching it tall. Look up, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, palms together. Samastitihi. Close your eyes. Feel your body. Big breaths. Feel your own energy coursing through your body. Feel what you've released. And then feel like you can bring in all that is good. Breathe it in. Fill up with it. Settle the breath down, even it out. And then with your next round of breath or so, blink your eyes open. Come on back into your Tadasana. And from Tadasana, take a big step back. Take up most of your mat. Kick the heels out. See if the heels can be in alignment with the pinkies or maybe even a touch wider. If your body's feeling good, meeting hamstrings, low back, groin muscles, go ahead and come into your wide leg forward fold with a shoulder stretch. If anything's cranky, don't bother with the shoulder stretch, just forward fold, hinging at the hips, drop the hands down, and we'll meet up there. If you are going to take the bound version, interlace, send the knuckles down and away, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart space, look up. Inhale here, exhale, hinge, float the knuckles. See if you can find where you can get both a hamstring stretch and a groin stretch. If you're not getting both, when you're ready, release your shoulder opener, come into halfway lift, and then you might just scooch the legs a touch wider so you can get into the groins as well as the hamstrings. Just about 3 breaths in the wide leg forward fold. Really root into those legs. Engage the quads. Breathe into the tight spots. With your next inhale, bring the hands back under shoulders. We'll take a twist here. Left fingertips under the chin. You can tent the hands, tent the fingers, keep the finger pads on the earth, although they can move as needed. And then sweep through, grab left shin with the right hand, then stack. Left shoulder over right. Find your twist. Once you find your twist, see if you can gently pull on that left outer shin, kind of a traction-y pull, no yanking, and then send the right shoulder blade in the opposite direction and see what that does for a shoulder blade stretch. 2 more breaths. With your next inhale, release it, come back, halfway lift. Before we go to the second side, bend the knees a little bit, relax those knees. And then right fingertips beneath the chin. Thread the left arm through. Finger pads stay touch the earth, right finger pads. Grab left hand, outer right shin. Stack shoulders. Right shoulder stacks over left. You revolve around the spine. Gentle traction, kind of gently pulling. Left hand into shin. Gently sending that left shoulder blade opposite direction. Breathe. With your next round of breath, release it, come on back, halfway left, kick the heels in, drop the tailbone, float it up, goddess pose. Sit down, nice and deep, torso tall, and then let's release the top of those shoulders by grabbing quads and then taking some of that figure 8 movement where we're dropping one shoulder down as the opposite shoulder is moving away. Feels so good in the tops of the shoulders when your shoulders are tight. Several more rounds. And then meet back up in your goddess. Settle way down. With your exhale, drop the arms. Inhale, star pose. Feel like you could receive everything that's good on the inhale. With your exhale, drop it down. Arms sweep all the way down. 2 more times through. Inhale to receive, look up. Exhale, let it go. Last time through. Inhale, bring it up. And with your exhale, goddess. 1 breath here. Then inhale, sweep it up, top of mat. Tadasana. Big round of breath in your Tadasana. With your inhale, sweep it up. Reach tall, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend knees, plant hands, step it back, plank pose. Yogi's choice, vinyasa through or right back to down dog. Couple big breaths in your down dog. Feel so much length in the pose. And then with your next exhale, bend knees, look forward and just step it through to seated. Once you're in seated, we'll get ready for half lord of the fishes. So we're going to take our seated twist. To get into the seated twist, we'll start with legs long. Bring that right foot, send it to the outside of the left shin, and then scooch left heel and send it outside of the right hip point. Once again, ground down and then let everything rise. Sitting bones, tailbone through the shoulders, crown of the head lifts up. With your inhale, sweep the left arm up, sit so tall, right hand behind. Exhale, take your twist. As you revolve around the spine, see where you can go. Maybe you're gonna hug in, maybe elbow to the outside, sit tall, root the sitting bones down, maybe half bind. From here, about 3 more breaths. Each inhale sits you up taller. Each exhale, feel if you can revolve around the spine to touch more. Inhale to fill up. Exhale, revolve. Last full round of breath. And then take your counter pose. Hands to the left side body. Puff out that right side body. Big inhale. And then release. Come on back. Staff pose. And then we'll take the second side. Left heel outside of the right shin. Sweep that right heel around. Make sure you're not sitting on that right heel, so find that space. Root it down. Rise. Way tall. Sweep the right arm up. Left hand behind the sitting bone. Exhale, twist. Maybe that hugging in. Maybe elbow to the outside, arm long. Maybe half bind. Once you find where you want to go, Reestablish. Root down through the sitting bones. Big inhale to rise. Gaze over the left shoulder. 3 breaths from here. So each inhale takes you tall. Each exhale helps you revolve a touch more around the spine. With your next exhale, release it. Counter pose. Pop through that left side body. Big inhale to fill you up. Exhale, release it out. Come on back. Find your staff pose once again. From your staff pose, bring the feet in. Find bridge pose feet. We're going to take just 1 round of boat to fire up the core. So you can stay with hands down and just float the feet up so the calves are parallel. Or you can float the arms out at your sides and then send those legs long, point the toes. 3 breaths from here. Really engage the low core. Crown of the head reaches. 1 more breath. Exhale. Drop it down. If you'd like to try a little release from here, cross at the ankles, press the arms down, reach the arms long, engage the core. Pelvic floor wants to come up, like it's going to come all the way up to the top of your torso, and then lift off. 1 breath. Set it down. Very nice. So, come on back to staff pose. Point the toes, hands to heart space. Come on down. Bring it all the way down. We'll set up for bridge pose, arms alongside. Feet come in, feet are flat to the earth. Brush the fingertips to the backs of the heels. Exhale, root down. Inhale, rise. For fun here, see what happens if you engage the glutes and see if the glutes can help you lift up the hip points a little bit farther. About 3 more breaths in bridge pose. And as you lift up, keep the chin centered. And then see if in this last breath you can lift up a little bit higher still. And then with your exhale, release it down. Ground the low spine into the earth for a little counter stretch, and then send the feet to the edges of the mat, pinkies to the edge, knock the knees together, arms wide, and then give yourself a little windshield wiper, side to side. Release the low back. After you've had a couple of side to sides, come back like you were going to do another bridge pose, but this time hug the knees in. As you hug the knees in, let the low back roll off, get a low back stretch. And then keep the knees where they are. Bring arms alongside, core strength. Bring the knees back up over the forehead, and then send the legs long. Squeeze the shoulder blades together to get the cervical spine off the mat. If you're going to stay in pike pose, support the low back with the hips, or you can experiment with coming into your plow pose. And I like to really squeeze those shoulder blades to the midline, which lifts my cervical spine way away from the mat. If your cervical spine touches the mat, come on out. So experiment, pike or toes touching the earth, or tops of the feet touching the earth. Legs are long. Feel the stretch all along the back body. 2 more breaths. We'll transition into shoulder stand, hands to the back. 1 leg up at a time. Barbie toes, so the balls of the feet want to reach the sky, spread through the toes. And then feel like the quads want to send to the top of your mat where your head is. Feel like the shins want to send to the bottom of your mat where your feet often are. And then spread through the toes, lift up a little higher, squeeze through the shoulder blades. Once again, if cervical spine is connected to the mat, come right out. 2 more breaths here. Our release is bringing the knees towards the forehead. If this feels good, stay. If you have more room today, you might work into ear pinning pose. Squeezing the ears in, squeezing the knees into the ears. And then nice and slowly, come on back down to your supine position. Slowly with the legs, use your core strength. We'll transition into our fish pose. Thumbs under the tops of the hamstrings where they meet the butt. Forearms down. Inhale, shoulder blades lift the heart space. Scooch the triceps a touch closer to the earth. Relift the chest. Crown of head reaches to the earth. If it touches the earth, no weight on it. Then open your mouth. Get a nice throat stretch. 3 breaths from here. With your next exhale, tuck the chin. Come all the way back down. I'm going to guide through a supine figure 4. If you're a yogi who really needs pigeon, feel free to go ahead and take pigeon on both sides on your own. To move into supine figure 4, send that ankle just below the left kneecap, thread through, grab the back of the left thigh, and then hug in. See how it feels to press that right elbow into the right inner thigh as you hug in, left leg a touch closer. Flex both feet. Experiment. What happens if you rock ever so slightly side to side? If you find a spot on the rock that feels extra good, hang out there and grab the stretch you need. Another round of breath in your supine figure 4. Keep the legs just as they are with your exhale. Drop only the left foot down. Send both arms out at a T. With your exhale, with this figure 4 legs, slowly send that right foot like you want it to touch the earth, and perhaps it will. And then take the gaze over to the right. If you want a little extra goodness, you can take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and give that a little hug in, and you got a stretch right in the hip point. Belly button in towards the spine. One more round of breath, and then use your core strength. Come on back up. Switch it out. Right foot comes down, left ankle bone hovers, and then lands behind the right, at the top of the right kneecap. Just below the kneecap, that is. And then thread through, left elbow presses that left inner thigh away. Flex both feet, hug in. Find the stretch. Once you find where you want that stretch, maybe you'll experiment with a little bit of rocking side to side. Maybe you'll settle into that spot that feels extra good once you found it from rocking. Just 2 more breaths or so. With your next exhale, go ahead and leave your figure 4 legs, but drop that right foot down. Once again, send both arms out at a T. And with your exhale, see if you can touch that left foot to the ground. So you get a twist. And then decide if you want to bring that right hand to the outer left knee and hug it in as you gaze over the left arm. Couple rounds of breath here. Feel the stretch in the outer hip. Feel the twist. With your next inhale, core strength brings you back up. Release out. Once again, plant both feet at the outside edge of the mat. Knock the knees together. And take another set of windshield wipers going side to side. And we'll transition into happy baby. Grab the outside edge of the feet. Feel like the feet could plant on the sky as the low spine is connected to the earth. Gently press down with your hands, gently kick back up with the feet, and then take that little bit of a side to side. So rocking side to side might give that nice massage right along the tight spots in the pelvis. And then find stillness and get that low back stretch in. So curl the low back off. Feel like you could bring the knees to the outer underarms. Press the feet away, hug them back down. Find both groin stretch and hamstring if you can. 2 more breaths here. With your next round of breath, release it, come into a teeny tiny little ball, hug those shins in, grab opposite elbows. Exhale, see if chin can come closer to the knees, tinier ball still. Inhale, reach long, so long, full body stretch, arms reach, toes point, feet flex, lift the low back, get a low belly stretch, big inhale, fill up. Exhale, bring the arms down to your sides and prepare for Shavasana. So take a minute or a moment to find what you need to cover up. If you're in a room that has a light switch and you want to get the mood lighting going, go ahead and turn off the light, cover up, settle in. And then as you settle in your comfortable supine position, really find the place that you can feel most held by the earth. Allow some big inhales to come in and nice long exhales. I encourage you to make loud open mouth exhales or loud sighing out exhales. Remember, you're all muted, so there's nobody to hear, and just see how it feels. So fill all the way up, you might hold it, and then I invite you to take super loud open mouth exhale to let it go. I encourage you to take several big rounds so that with each exhale, whether it's loud or soft and sighing, each exhale helps you really let go and feel more supported by the earth. And then as you are ready, really feel the breath begin to normalize. So the breath just breathing you. And then we'll scan through and see if we can find those tight spots that just need a little extra attention to allow to release a bit more with each exhale. So I invite you to bring attention to the low belly and just see if you can let that low belly completely relax such that belly button floats away from the spine. You might even experiment with kind of giving some effort to that, really expanding through the belly like you're puffing out, 4 months pregnant, and then exhale, release the effort, but see if you can let the belly stay heavy. And then as you do that, see if that helps relax through the pelvic floor. And then keeping that nice softness in the belly, relaxedness in this low spine, float attention up. And as you float it up, notice the low ribs. Even notice the muscles that are in between each of the ribs. Notice the low back. And then allow attention to expand. So you're holding attention in low back, low ribs, but bringing attention to expand up. Mid ribs, mid back, upper chest, upper back, collarbones, tops of shoulder blades. So see if you can hold all of that in attention and awareness, and then let the next couple exhales release all those muscles out. So you're feeling release in the muscles in between the ribs, in between the shoulder blades, all around the pectoral muscles, the collarbones, even the tops of the shoulder blades and outer shoulder blades. Allow attention to float up, let the tongue, tip of the tongue stay connected to the roof of the mouth. Let the back of the tongue fall away and
feel the shoulders relax just a bit more. And allow attention to go to the back of the neck where the cervical spine meets the skull. And just see if you can relax there. Bring attention to the hinge of the jaw. Let that go. Move to the cheekbones, the muscles that support the eyes, the forehead, the crown of head, temples, back of the skull, and then once again meet up. Attention back at the base of the skull, relax there. So see with the next several rounds of breath if you can hold all those muscles of the face and skull, cervical spine in awareness and let them go. A couple rounds of breath to do so. And then allow attention to release from scanning and settle on sensation of breath. And as your attention settles on sensation of breath, allow awareness to be wide open such that you feel your whole body at once. You can notice what needs attention, what needs to be more relaxed, what can be more released. And you can also feel in this full body awareness that the breaths can fill you up with exactly what you need. And thoughts come in, just release them. Come back to full awareness. And then begin to allow awareness to come back outside of you as we transition out of Shavasana. So you might begin to notice some of the small sounds around you. Begin to feel some of the outsideness, that sense of touch of the air on your skin. The sense, even with your eyes closed, of the room around you. And then begin to take some nice small movements, wrist circles, some neck stretches. It's always nice to send a chin to one shoulder as the opposite shoulder grounds down and taking it back and forth a couple times. And then as you're ready, roll to one side. We often think to the right is more energizing, to the left more relaxing, but if you have a favorite side, roll there, find your fetal position, couple breaths, really to feel your body from the inside out and to feel the effects of your practice. And nice and slowly coming to your comfortable seated position, seeing if you can get there with your eyes closed. Once you're there, hands to heart space, Anjali Mudra. Press thumbs into breastbone, eyes closed. Couple breaths here to recall your intention. The inner body, the inner spirit in me sees and honors the inner spirit in each of you. Thank you so much for coming and practicing in our live Zoom class. It's wonderful to have you here. Have a wonderful evening ahead, or day if you're watching it recorded. Namaste. Thank you so much.